Are we on? Are we on? Are we on?
We're definitely on.
Jobber Nation, welcome to another episode of the Jobber Tears podcast. As always, I'm Janelle from HR here with Sir Wilkins. Mr. Black is at work tonight, so we wish him the best. We will actually be recording next week to discuss SummerSlam and anything outstanding that we did not touch this week. But before we do jump into, it'll be a real quick episode. So those that are jumping on the live feed, if there are any things you guys want us to talk about, put it in the chat. Other than that, um, I wanted to mention something before we got to Unreal. I totally forgot what it was.
I went to Fanatics Fest.
Oh, okay. Actually, you know what? So did I. Well, I only went one day when I really should have went Sunday instead of Thursday. But Sir Wilkins, tell us a little bit about your Fanatics Fest experience this year, and then I can kind of, since you did all 4 days, so you definitely have a
Um,
bigger.
so Fanatics Fest for me was like fun. I can see it right now.
Yeah, wasn't you and Malcolm? Shout out to Muscle Malcolm. Wasn't you guys playing race cars or something,
So
or the remote control cars or something? Was that what that was?
so it was like a fun time and everything.
Hmm.
Um, it's just too packed at these things. Like like it really is just way too packed. Like
Or
if you
is it
got any
just, or is it just that you get overstimulated faster
No,
than?
I'm fine. I'm fine
Okay.
on it's just that like you're like, yo, there's mad motherfuckers in here, bro. Like, um, it's just like, yo, why is there so many people in this bitch, bro?
I
Like,
mean,
and I think that's the biggest thing. It was fun. Don't get me wrong, because I literally did it every night. Hey, Stephanie Hardy, I did every night,
hey,
and
Steph, hey, girl.
I met a ton of people, like a ton of people.
So, out of the 4 days you went, what was like your favorite day? Like, what day that you felt like you
Yo,
went and you got like most for your buck?
I think the best day was Sunday because they had the kickoff show for SummerSlam kickoff, and and you got a bunch of free stuff. I got this really cool YouTube vintage Adidas track jacket
Did
for
you buy
free.
that? Oh shit! What
So
size
that
is
was
it?
really dope.
What size is it?
My size, and
Oh,
then
whatever.
so that was really cool. But it was a good time. Met a bunch of like different celebrities. I met Emmanuel Ocho. That's my guy. He's like a former football player turned broadcaster
Hey,
with a
Vaughn! Happy
great
birthday, Vaughn! He's on
with
the
a great
live.
with a great hairline. So that was fun.
You talking about
Uh,
the nigga that always is yelling?
Black,
Yeah.
tall,
I don't know if
like
he's tall because he's always
kind of a high
sitting.
top.
He kind of wasn't he in that scandal with Molly on my tripping?
Yeah.
That's that. Yo, him and Ryan Clark, the both of them. Even though you know it's always black excellence, but them two niggas get on my last nerve. Cause
Really?
the Emmanuel one is always yelling. He's hollering at a camera. And then Ryan Clark is always fucking Ben Roethlisberger's dick. So I can't subscribe to that. But I mean, I definitely don't agree with how he was let go, regardless of anything. Like, you let the man finish his job, bro. Like,
I
don't not.
really think, I really think, and this is just me, when companies go public and they're big, they lose all their soul. Like if Cats were to ever go like, is Cats publicly traded company?
No, it's family owned,
The
private,
delicatessen. So
private, family
if
owned.
they were to ever go public, and so for people who don't know what Cats is the most legendary delicatessen in New York City. It's been around since 18, like
88.
I like it 20, like literally 20 years after slavery was over, my nigga. Like like slavery was like niggas was probably one or two niggas were probably still slaves and didn't even know it. Like
That's mad funny.
that's how old like Cats is.
Did I
But
tell
it's
you the guys carved at the World Cup?
say what?
The guys, like, we
Yeah,
were
you
at the
told me.
World
Did you
Cup.
go?
No, so I didn't want to go because I don't watch soccer. I'm not gonna front. I mean, it would have been like the flex or flexes. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But I had told my colleague, I said, I'd rather you take guys that actually love soccer than a nigga like me. That I'm just gonna be there for the flex. So I respectfully declined, but best believe like we're feeding some really good football teams. So definitely excited about football season coming up.
Yeah. So it's that, and I think like, and then we were cursing out Argentina fans after the game.
Yeah, what's that? Like, what's
What do you
that
mean?
about?
What do you
Like,
mean?
why they on that type of time? I didn't even really know that until this whole World Cup shit popped
Oh,
off.
why they racist?
Yeah, and I was just
It's just
like,
deep rooted. It's just deep rooted in their history. There's
yeah,
racism.
like genocide and all type of shit. It's like, why was y'all like that?
I mean, a lot of people hate black people. This is what it is.
That's the truth.
Let's just be honest. It's
Oh,
let's
Vaughn
not
said
let's.
it is Shawn Michaels' birthday. Happy birthday to the Heartbreak Kid, the nigga that's running NXT.
Shawn Michaels is a cancer makes perfect sense why he acted like that in his younger years.
Absolutely emotional. Absolutely.
Like,
But for me, I this was the first time I actually went to Fanatics Fest. Like I
oh,
actually
this is
did
my
not
first time too.
plan on going. I went only Thursday just because. Shout out to my homegirl Jess. Her son, so long story short, Jessica was in line, had the shit in the cart for the meet and greet for Jalen for the baby. I mean, he's not a baby, he's a teenager now, but for him, and then it sold out.
That's
So
crazy.
he didn't want to go anymore because he couldn't do the meet and greet with Jalen. So she said, "Hey, you want to go?" And I was just like, "Well, okay, we go." So we walked around. I mean, definitely wear comfortable shoes if that's gonna be your thing. Because definitely by like the second hour, I was like, "Whew, I gotta sit down. I don't want to do this no more." And
Yeah,
then
shit ain't
I
fun.
got to see, yeah, so like Cody like passed us in passing, so that was pretty cool. Where we went downstairs, and I guess that was like when Tom Brady was making his way for the What You Want to Talk About episode. So I was just like, fuck Tom Brady, fuck him. And then so we walking around more, and then out of nowhere, Aaron Judge popped out of nowhere and just was talking to somebody, and everybody was like gathering around him, and I was just like, this is a lot going on here. Like,
Yeah.
how are you but you're just literally bumping into people. Shout outs to Britt Waters. She was one of the MCs. I was super proud of her. I was so hyped to see her. I said, "Hey, girl."
Oh,
Real
you got to
quick for
talk to
her.
her?
Yeah, yeah. I got to talk to her. I gave her a good hug. I said congrats to her. She's newly engaged. So definitely wanted to give her some love. But she was definitely doing her thing on the floor at Fanatics
Brick
Fest.
Waters is off the market.
Yeah. Yeah, listen. You snooze you lose. But the highlight for me, low key, was so when we were tired of walking. So where the WWE thing was, is like bleachers, like you could sit and like so we just really sat and chilled and watched the kids do the entrances. We saw the little Cody Rhodes. He's so adorable. So we was watching the kids and we was just chilling, not thinking nothing of it because we also Cody was on stage on the main stage with Tom Brady. So we was just chilling, didn't think nothing of it, listening to wrestling theme songs. And then Trick Williams music started going, and I looked at her. I said, "Girl, if this nigga comes out, I'm gone." I saw that tall ass silhouette. I said, "Pew!" And I ran right to that front because I was just like, "Oh my god, it's Trick!" And because we were gonna do the meet and greet for Trick, like I was gonna buy it, but we didn't get to Fanatic Fest until after 4 o'clock, and he was the 4 o'clock time slot, so we didn't get to do it. So just to see him for FREE made it all worth it. So then, unbeknownst to me, I totally forget WWE records every fucking thing. So that night, a few people hit me up like, "Yo, you're on the Instagram page." I said, "Shut the fuck up." No, I'm not.
That's dope.
Definitely caught me as Tyrese Halliburton's stupid ass was coming out, and I was just like, "Boo!" And like my face is all crazy because I'm just like, "Who the fuck is this nigga?" And it's definitely on WWE's Instagram page.
That's
So
dope.
definitely, like that's what I say. You just never know who's watching Loki or listening. I always say that. I feel like the house is bugged. I've been felt like that. But I mean, one of the greatest things that happened was the Sunday, as you mentioned, the SummerSlam kickoff. Because some people was like, "Why are you doing a kickoff? SummerSlam's in 2 weeks. Like, let's get excited about it." I mean, as best as possible, but because I'm excited. I don't know about y'all, but I'm excited because my best friend Nick Aldis is lacing up them boots and showing y'all who the fuck he is, and I cannot wait. Like, cannot wait to see him wrestle in Minnesota. What else? You got Seth and Roman dragging shit out for weeks on weeks, and that's
Why
cool.
are you hating on Seth and Roman?
I'm a little exhausted. I'm a little
Why?
exhausted.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't.
not gonna
I love
lie.
you guys complain about long term story booking, and then
It's not
they're
even long
giving.
term story booking. It's just I'm exhausted. Like and I get it, but I'm just exhausted. Like I was there for that Rumble when they fought, and when Seth came out in that Shield outfit, I was there for that. And I've seen them cross paths. I mean, listen, every good generational has great rivalries, and the Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns rivalries is definitely going to be one of the rivalries we talk about until the end of time. So I'm not unrealistic. I'm just like, what else we gonna do? Who's gonna do what then after that? I'm really thinking of like the after, which brings us to really what we're gonna talk about this week is WWE Unreal season 3 just came out um on Netflix. So if you do have Netflix, please, I do encourage to watch it. Even though like I feel like this is probably the cleanest season so far. Like I feel like the first one was a little uncomfortable because it was the first time they were doing it, and just certain things I was shocked that they actually did talk about, but I was glad that they did. But this season kicked off talking about John Cena's retirement tour. And as everybody knows, John he went out like a triple OG. He went out on his terms. He did what he wanted to do, regardless of how the fans felt. They definitely shot like people will shit on Triple H all they want, but Triple H definitely knew to pivot, and that's what the fuck they did. And even Cena recognized, like, yo, that pivot was what we needed because it wasn't going anywhere. So, how many episodes have you watched?
So I watched 2.5, borderline 3.
Okay, good. So we're in the same place. Because I'm at
Um.
Rumble, and
So
that's kind of
yeah,
like
and
where I
this is
stopped.
and this is my issue. This is my issue, my nigga. All right. First things first, I'm gonna put some respect on Bruce Pritchard's and Michael Hayes' name. But
But then you gotta take it all the way.
but let's talk about this. Y'all didn't want a Braun Breaker to win the
What
Royal
about
Rumble?
the
Oh,
Rumble?
you didn't get up to that part.
No, I didn't. So I actually, that's probably right where I'm at, where they're like spitballing names, or
So they didn't
they're
want
like
they
bronze.
didn't.
They're like they threw in Trick's name. They threw in Obus. Like they were. I was literally. I stopped literally at that part where Triple H had mentioned like the women's, which you can kind of see when it happened, that the women's Royal Rumble was a way more cleaner situation than the men's. Like Liv coming back at Survivor Series, Liv, on her redemption tour, like that made Liv Morgan winning when she's never won and been in every single Royal Rumble that they've had on the women's side, it made sense.
But it's like, you know what it is? It's not them. They don't want to take chances.
Because you just never
With
know what's gonna
but
happen.
yeah, and I understand that, but wrestling's about recycling things over and over.
Hmm.
And WWE got to take more chances. You should have had Braun win.
So refresh my memory. Who the fuck won the Royal Rumble this year? Like I forgot.
I actually forgot to.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like who? Wait. Okay, wait. Who main event at WrestleMania?
That doesn't matter anymore, bro.
No, it does.
I think it was. Was it Punk? No.
Wait, did Roman win the Rumble?
Yes. Yes.
Because that's how we got him and Phil.
Yes. Rumble.
Yes.
He did.
Yes, yes,
Royal
yes.
Rumble.
Okay, okay, okay. And you know what?
So
Now knowing and remembering who won,
no, but let's talk about that.
if they would have pulled the trigger on Braun Breaker winning, what route would you have sent him? Would you have sent him to the Roman route, or would you have sent him to the Cody route?
He's. I'm sending him to Cody,
Okay.
and I'm still putting Roman against CM Punk.
Okay.
The reason why I say that is because we gotta. This goes back to my last week take, but last time we talked about Obafemi.
Mm-hmm.
Start putting rockets on these motherfuckers. Y'all wait too long, and then people get ice cold.
Or
Braun Break
stale.
Braun Breaker is the next up. Like we keep waiting for LA Knight to
Uh,
get that title, and look what's going on.
Listen, if this nigga don't win Money in the Bank, then it's a dub. Cause he's
Because
not winning Rumble. I mean, he may have a slither of a chance at Chamber next year. But if that nigga does not win Money in the Bank and they decorate the briefcase and saying yeah and selling the fuck out of that, let's just move on.
but that's what I'm
Let's just
saying.
move on.
We keep taking the safe route. And I listen. At the end of the day, the tribal chief will sell. He will do everything that he will get everything done. And listen, and he just made. This is not a hot take. This is the truth. Roman Reigns just made the world title more important than the undisputed title. It's hotter than the undisputed title, and I love. I listen. I love the undisputed title.
I think it's more or less. So I agree to a certain extent. I definitely feel like there's more level of investment in the storylines when it was the Roman route for the belt going towards WrestleMania. Then I do truly feel like they had dropped the ball with Randy and Cody, and I definitely think, and it was neither of their faults. It just I don't think it was the right time. I don't think it was the right place. Like I just don't think like any of that. And I think now thinking about it a little bit, I think that that level of fear that you talk about that WWE kind of gives off, look here, I think it was from when they did the Austin Theory Cena match, and they did nothing really after that. So it
They
was
listen.
like,
You can't be scared anymore. And I get it. And this is what I'm talking about. When we talked about companies being public, and I get it. You got to fit margins. One of the hardest jobs in probably in WWE is Triple H's job. Because Paul Heyman talked about it, where you got to make the fans happy, the stock people happy.
yo,
Then you got to make your superstars happy all at one time, while keeping your sanity.
mm-hmm.
And that's probably one of the hardest jobs to have. But they gotta take more chances in this business now. They gotta take more chances they gotta take more chances where, because we can't do the same thing over and over again. And I get it. Roman Reigns is the safe bet. But why not make Braun the Royal Rumble winner? Why not put the title on Obafemi? We have stars.
So I do think, and it's funny you mentioned over because I definitely think, and watching Unreal, it made me. I felt a little bad for Braun in that sense of like having that level of like pressure on you is very, very hard to live up to. And and I will say he's done a great job at establishing himself outside of his dad and his uncle. So absolutely not taking the Steiner name was a good call. Him doing his own thing was a great call. Like the only time you saw his dad or his uncle when really his dad was when he won the NXT title, and that was the only time. So they've done a really good job at letting him create his own lane and his own legacy. But I honestly, in this climate that we're in right now, where I definitely think they had Braun as that face, like wanting to be, but you cannot deny Obafemi at this
But
juncture.
the thing is, you don't need to make Braun a face. Make him a heel. He is good as a heel.
But he don't
Braun
get
break
booed. They not booing him.
because the thing about
They're
it,
not booing him.
but I keep saying this over and over. People don't want baby faces. The hardest job in this business is being a baby face.
Absolutely agree.
So Braun is not a baby face. Braun has a punchable face. At the end of the day, he's too much of a badass. Cut his badass stuff down, make him a bad guy, and continue riding that wave.
Well, to be honest, and going back to the Unreal episode and them talking about Seth, creating his vision and how that was created, and then how all of the plans that they had in play for WrestleMania went down the drain the moment this nigga hurt his shoulder. So, and knowing that, I definitely think the biggest way to help Braun would be to really get him away from the group altogether. To be honest, it really should have just been him and Paul, and that being the two of them. But him being in a group right now, I just don't. It creates this ceiling for him that is difficult to break through unless he breaks away from the group.
We keep taking too many chances. We're not taking enough chances. My bad. We are not taking enough chances with these new people. We it's listen, there's too much talent that they have.
Now, niggas definitely said that on the episode. He was
No,
like,
and
"We got
nah,
way too much top." He said, "We got way." Who was it? Who was it? It wasn't. It could have
it
been
was
Mike. I think it
it
was
was
Michael Hayes that said that. He said, "We got too many top guys here,"
but
and I was just like,
that's the problem.
"Well,
You gotta start creating superstars. And I'm not talking about stars. You gotta go that route, and that's like pushing people to the top.
so who?
Like
So outside of Braun and Oba, who else right now on the roster that you feel like they should take a chance on? That they should take a risk on?"
Solo Ruka.
Well, they gave her the IC belt. I
Yeah,
wa-
but you gotta push that. You gotta push that.
I'm not gonna lie, I definitely forgot she was champion, so they definitely
Yeah,
gotta fix that.
that's what I'm saying.
They gotta help my
Javon
black girl out.
Evans. Take him out these fucking tag team champion these tag team matches. Javon Evans, we need to push him. And you know what? You know somebody that they need to push and they keep playing around? Austin Theory, LA Knight.
I feel yeah, no, they definitely been jerking Austin Theory around. But I'm telling you, since that Cena match, it ain't been the same. And I'm just like,
Yeah, and but that's why I feel like they're punishing him because he was a Vince guy. We gotta stop. Listen, we
speaking of
have
Vince,
we have a plethora of talent on the roster. Use them.
you think that Vince is you ever gonna you think Vince got a shot coming back now?
You never know. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. It's WWE. It wouldn't be
So
surprised.
I asked him this question because apparently the case that Vince McMahon has been going through with, I don't want to say old girl because that's not respectful, but with
Jalen Janelle Grant.
my namesake Grant, um, that now it's going into arbitration, which was originally what they wanted to do, but her lawyers dragged it out in the public. On top of the fact she got an NDA. So now that they're in arbitration, the case is gonna eventually, within the next probably week, be closed, and they can't retry the case once it closes. So,
Yeah, because you got a settlement.
but that's what I'm saying. Was this like, girl? This was about money.
No, no, this is like I think it. I don't like talking about because I've never been.
I've never been in that case. I've never been
I
in that
never, I
scenario.
never been in that
So
situation. I don't. I
I
read
can't
about
put
the case,
myself in the
but
shoes. No,
at the end of the
I feel
day,
you.
regardless, it's I can't get that time back that these things happen. So I guess money is a replacement for that.
Okay.
And I think that's sometimes what it is with these cases where it's like we think it's a money ploy, but it's like, yo, you ruined a part of my life. You did
Yeah.
these things to me. So I can't get that back. So something's gotta budge
I ain't
on
gotta
this.
give. So I ain't gotta
Yeah.
give.
So I think that's where it comes down. But moving past that, do I see
Yeah.
Vince come back? Of course I see Vince coming back. But one of the things that we're underutilizing what we have on
With
this roster.
young talent that we can elevate, because that was the
And
one thing that I did like about in John, talking about like he was very strategic in what he wanted to do and with whom he wanted to do it with and why. And that's really why I really did like the first episode, because it was understanding the why. And I think as fans, we always ask that question, like, why did you do that? Why did this happen? Why? So for him to, for that first episode really help us understand the why, like I appreciated the tour a little even more. Like I was just like, oh, okay.
The thing is, he's doing the right thing as a vet. Elevate people while you're still there, and help people out. And I respect that they know how to pivot when things aren't working. And it's sometimes it's hard to pivot. It's with your ego. You're like, yo, let's make this work one way or another. Let's stick this circle into this triangle hole.
Mm-hmm.
Let's force this in. But I go back to this, and I keep reiterating this. They got to start using all their talent, man. And I get it. It's easy to depend on Roman, easy to depend on Seth, easy to depend on Punk, easy to depend on Cody. But like they said, you got a plethora of talent. Start using them. Start using them, because they need to start creating superstars. They need to start creating people on those guys' levels now. Start that process, because Punk got like maybe 3 more years left.
Yeah, if that, and I find it, and as you mentioned, Punk, he definitely mentioned that, which is why I kind of think they kind of try to keep it still top heavy. Like a lot of like, I having a tremendous amount of love of Javon Cena on the Indies, and now seeing him from NXT to the main roster,
Bouncy.
amazing. But you gotta realize this thing is about 21, 22. Like he still has his entire, God willing, years of wrestling where you have guys like Cody and Phil and even Randy, and Phil said it in the episode. He said when he won the title again against Jay, when they had to vacate the title, he was just like, they might have just seen me win this belt for the last time. Like you never know, type shit. And when he said that, it just hit a little different. I was just like, you know what, Phil, you kind of right. Like when
Yes,
you
yes.
blink and think about it, it's like, yo, they probably got 2 3 years left, if that. So like Cody said, he's like, yo, the contract I signed is the last contract I signed. I wasn't thinking that, we was coming off John Cena's retirement tour into fucking AJ Styles retiring. Like, what the fuck? So
But that's the thing, though. You said it right there. You blink, and then everybody's gone.
gone.
So when you blink, you want people already there. That's already established. Not trying to build them up.
I think they doing a little bit of both though. Like
They're not.
people.
Nah, they're not. The thing is,
Like, and I mean,
they're
it could
not.
just it could just be on the bias, because I'm just like the position that they put Trick and Over in. Like, I just
Yes, you put them. You put them
mm,
in positions, but it can't just be those two. You need a bunch of. You need 2 or 3 more people. You need
no,
some
and that's what I
heels.
said.
You
I
need
get
some
you.
baby faces in there. The women's division is lagging behind. Like,
Because
what do you think about?
there's no clear direction, and I think that's what
And
frustrates
and
me the
and and,
most.
and so then I'm asking this question: What's who's writing this shit?
Like the one thing I will say, I'm kind of glad they got them tag belts off of Paige and Oh Girl and put them on an actual tag team that can actually be heels and people can they can actually get heat and actually do something with them. Versus the, like, it was great for the feel good moment. It was great for the Page comeback. Like, I get all that. It actually probably was. It was not even the original plan because them sisters were supposed to win them together. So I get all that. But to now have a real actual tag team have them belts now and seeing what they could do with that, it's like, all right,
But then this is
cool.
the next question. This is it goes back to what I've said before. Why isn't there a women's tag team division?
Well, personally, I've actually never liked that they had tag team belts, and it has nothing to do with equality. It's just for me, a tag team is such an established duo that when you just put two people together, it can work, but it doesn't have the same essence as like an actual tag team
So
that's
then
been
start
tagging
creating.
for fucking years.
So start creating tag teams. Start doing. So listen, we got we got SummerSlam trials coming up in 2 weeks. There's a bunch of people that's already signed up for it. The bees, those girls,
Listen, if the other one
they
wrestling
they
again, if Danny outside again, then you never know.
they're an established tag team. We need to see more established female tag team and start putting these things together because we're not getting a division. Like
Well, actually, it's both. It's
wrestling,
not even just the women
and,
tag
and,
team.
and
The
this is
men,
and this is not just a WWE thing. This is an AEW thing. Both companies have a plethora of talent that's not being fully used.
the fact that Queen Aminata has not really popped off the way she fucking should have infuriates me every fucking week of Dynamite. Like, I'm like, yo, y'all could have really did something. And listen, I know we all be like, don't put all the niggas together, but nah, no bullshit. If the Hurt Business came in, took Kevin Knight, took Queen Aminata. Yo, that could have been something. Like Shane, shout out to Shane Taylor. Shane does it great. Like, I'm not gonna, and that's just could be biased because that's my homie, but he definitely surrounds himself around people and they act like a unit. You know what I mean? Like, and then with AEW, sometimes it gets too stable heavy. Like, you got Don Callis and 28 niggas. You got all the Spanish niggas on one side. You haven't seen Sammy Guevara in 9 months. You know what I
He's
mean?
gone. He's gone. He doesn't like him
You know
anymore,
what
bro. Like
I mean? Like,
let's keep it above. That man, Tony Khan is over Sammy. Sammy's gone. I think Bailey is gonna stay with WWE. I don't think she's
I
going anywhere.
so I feel the same way. I feel like everybody on the internet is just like, oh, is Bailey leaving? Is this that? Yo, just go to SmackDown, girl. Like, don't even worry about it. Leave that
But
shit in the
why? But the
past.
thing about it, why would she leave? Unless she just wants to say if the okay, if Bailey decides to leave WWE, she better go on the Indies and just cook niggas.
But she not. If she go, she gonna end up going to meet up her bestie. And then they gonna do something for a quick hot minute. And then it like that's always my issue with
But the
AEW.
thing about it, let's be smart, Bailey. Let's go to the Indies, cook niggas up, then then we go to AEW for a short-term contract, and then do what you want to do right after. Because listen,
I'm
it's
actually
up
okay with
to
her. I'm actually okay with her going to Mexico because she's already been there. So I'm okay with that too.
but the thing I asked this question, okay, we don't know what she really wants to do, where her heart
Correct.
is. Cause she could go, yo, I'm over this shit.
I actually just want to train and have a wrestling school and do my own thing. She could
Yeah,
be on
so
that.
she could be on that type of time. But at the same time, she's so talented, she can go anywhere, but she hasn't been anywhere. We always ask that, and we having this conversation about wrestlers getting older but still being in low key in their
And
prime.
they cry.
Like there was a post that was on the other day. They said Nick Aldis is the second youngest person on the SummerSlam card, and that man is 38 years old.
I believe it. I believe
The
it.
youngest person on the SummerSlam card is Obafemi. Everybody else on the SummerSlam card is older than Nick Aldis. So when we go to the women's side, maybe Bailey's like, yo, I'm trying to wrestle till I'm 45, 50. But she could be on some, I've been in WWE my entire life. So I'm sorry. Nick Aldis is the third youngest person on the card. Basically 38. I think Gunther's 37. Something like that. Where he's in his late 30s and he's one of the youngest people on the SummerSlam card. So it goes back to what I'm saying. Maybe Bailey's gonna be on something like, yo, I want to cook out because we've all been there. We've been at a place at a job where it's just super comfortable,
Yeah.
but we hit our ceiling. Either the universe says you got to get out of here, or you're going to be like, you know what? If I want to grow, I need to leave.
True. I mean, it could go either way. I mean, she definitely still has opportunities. Like, I think, she, what if she may want to go to Japan? Maybe she'll want to go do her
But
own thing.
that's what I'm saying. But at the
Like,
same time,
I
if
don't know.
it depends. It always depends what you want.
Yeah,
I
as
can't
as
tell
an
her.
individual.
I can't tell her what she wants. If she want to make some money, stay with WWE. That's going to be the highest paycheck she's going to have. But at the same time, the women's division right now is stagnant.
Yeah, I agree.
WWE's women division is extremely stagnant.
But and it's interesting. I feel like I don't know what it's weird. I feel like when SmackDown was 3 hours, that was a lot to digest for 3 hours. But now that it's in 2 hours, I feel like I'm more attentive to everything that's going on. Everything on SmackDown makes sense. Whereas on Raw, it just is like I need Adam Pearce to get his show in control because I just feel like everybody is doing whatever the fuck they want whenever. Like I am still to this day upset at how they did Queen of the Ring this year because it was just like that didn't make no fucking sense why Liv Morgan was in that fucking tournament. I don't care what nobody says. That
It
never
didn't
made
even make
sense.
sense why Oba was in that tournament.
Nah. I can live with that because he could put that's a notch in that's on his resume that he is king of
Bro,
the
like
ring. So
no,
I'm
no,
not mad.
because you're taking the prestige out of King of the Ring.
Nah, I don't.
You're
Well,
taking the prestige out of it.
to be completely honest, the prestige has been gone. So I'm not.
You,
That's another reason why I'm like, it's not that serious. Like, I'm kind of glad they went that route instead of going the him and Roman route because that needs to cook. Y'all can't don't y'all done teased it in Vegas.
so,
What
then
what
this is
he
this is what
what
I'm
he
saying. So this is
even
what
when
I'm saying.
him and Jay was going back and forth about the King of the Ring match, he mentioned like you're not even the cousin that I'm even looking at type shit. So we cooking that.
So, but the thing is, why don't give it to somebody else and they go after the IC title or the US title?
Well, I think because the really when you put yourself in a stipulation and kind of like the glass ceilings it because they definitely was like whoever wins is getting a world title shot. It wasn't even like they can choose whatever title they want. Because
It
essentially that's like, and I get kind of why, because essentially then it defeats the purpose of Money in the Bank. Because Money in the Bank, you can cash it on any champion you want.
but the thing is, so then don't put it on him. Have him hold on to it then.
I mean, look,
What are we? You got 15 dudes in that writing room when you watch Unreal.
it's a lot of niggas to do.
You
I didn't
can't
think
cook
it
up
was.
something. You can't cook up something a little bit more, a little bit more like more intriguing.
See, so now I would be intrigued to see what if they do another season. Because if they did another season, then it would cover that time period. I would be intrigued to see how
They
they.
need to stop being safe.
I would be intrigued to see. So,
They need to stop being safe. That's what it is.
So I have a different random question. Super side note. Do you think? Because I mean, this is because I haven't watched AEW in weeks, so I'm not even. My issue is not even that. But do you think that which is the bigger money match? NGF and Osprey or Kenny and Osprey?
Kenny and Osprey.
And why?
So the reason why that's a bigger match is because, and I'm thinking about AEW's clientele, AEW's watchers, AEW's fan base. They know who Osprey is. Osprey is considered the best in the world at many times. Kenny Omega is considered the best in the world at many times. You go best in the world versus best in the world. Let's see who's really the best in the world.
Okay,
That's why that matters.
got you.
Because so that's why that matters to that fan base. What I'm trying to say is they need to take more chances at WWE. And I understand it's very hard, especially when wrestling fans are so fickle, but we gotta start taking more chances. You gotta be
Listen,
aggressive. You gotta be aggressive with this booking.
okay,
If it
so
fails, it fails. Like, for instance,
but
they
I
took a
don't think
chance on
like you can't really. If
you
it fails,
you
it fails. It's hard, especially for
Jay Uso it failed,
a
technically
cup.
speaking.
I don't think it failed. I think he failed.
But that's what it is.
I
So
don't
that's a
think,
failure. Regardless, that's a failure.
but I
If it's
don't think
him or it's the
they.
company, it's a failure.
But to your point though, that was a risk that they
Yes,
took.
take the risk. It popped. He sold some T-shirts and he fucked up. What do? We cut him off. Move it on. What did
I
LA
hear
Knight?
you.
What did LA Knight do that you guys won't put a title on him?
Because
Who did he piss off?
well, he might have pissed on somebody, but really, listen, all Eli Drake gonna do is say yeah, like, and they're just no shade to him. Some guys, it just in general, in the wrestling business, in my point of view, some guys are absolutely better chasers. They are
Totally
absolutely
fine. That's
they are
totally fine.
absolutely better at being like for like the biggest example, which I mean I feel like they should have did was they never put the title on Piper. Never was world champion in WWE. And a guy like that who has has the fans, can be a heel, can be a face, can be all the above. It's difficult to but you're behind him along the journey, along the chase. And I just think certain guys fit that a lot better than most. But like I said, if this nigga don't win Money in the Bank, we gonna have to wrap this up. We going to have to wrap it up. Because even with the other day, I was just like, yo, why the fuck is he still attached to the fucking bloodline drama? Get the fuck away from these niggas.
You literally just contradicted yourself.
like, no, but I'm just sick of that. Like,
But the
I
thing
want.
is, you're saying what I'm saying because it's like, yo, what are we just do? He's just around, and
I think it
is he
is.
just a good hand at this point? Is that what it is?
Or could it be where we go through this journey, right? That we own this horse, we own it, and is the bigger pop for when he actually does do it, just like with Sammy, just like with Sammy. Nigga is great chasing. Nigga is great. Like that pop he got in Saudi, that was probably worth everything.
Listen, but Sammy's not LA Knight.
That's fair. I'm not gonna argue that.
That's a completely different
But
thing.
I'm also not gonna sit here and be like LA. Like he is cool, but once he gets the title, all you gonna get is a whole bunch of yeahs.
Take it off of him. Take it off of him. Make him sell some T-shirts. Prove himself. If he's a champ, then he's not.
He
Okay,
already
we
been
move
selling
on.
T-shirts. He already been selling merch.
Can he?
Like
Can he?
I need a little more than yes. You know what I mean? Like
They don't like him. That's what it comes down to. Somebody in that writers' room is like, nah. Nah,
Because
every
I
time
feel like
his name
because
probably
I
comes up and they go,
because
nah.
I feel like like it's gonna be like when you eat a biscuit and it's just and you think it's gonna be nice and fluffy and juicy and you like, oh, this biscuit gonna hit and that bitch don't. That's that nigga. Like
The same way with, and listen, I love him. The same way with Jay Uso.
we not gonna get no. We gonna all we gonna get is Yeats, and that's gonna be it. But you know what you getting with the individual. Like I
But
know with
at the
LA
same
Knight,
time,
I know what I'm getting. I know when I'm
but
gonna get Jay
at,
Uso come out. I know what I'm getting
but at the same time, we got it and it worked for a little bit.
for 2.5.
We got it, and it worked with Mankind. We got it, and it worked with Kane the first time. We got it, and it worked with Rey
Because
Mysterio.
after the mask, it was a dub.
And we got it when it worked with Rey Mysterio.
Ray's an anomaly. We don't ever use him as an example. That nigga is untouchable as fuck. We don't Ray's not the example. We gonna remove Ray Mysterio out of that
So,
bunch
but it's all
because he's
examples of people you're like, okay, you know what? This is work, this doesn't work. But at the same time, we
but
need a little bit more aggressiveness on the booking.
but I
If
think in
we're
all honesty, that's across that like you said earlier, it's not just WWE. I think everybody across the board, all indie from even from the indie level up, everybody I think has to come a little bit more, has to come a little bit different. Like it's just like you got Impact, they on AMC now, great, but they losing a whole bunch of talent. So there's that.
so I also let's talk about the indies for a second. And when I say indies, I mean the independent scene of professional wrestling, gentlemen and women who are not signed to any major labels. And I'm talking to y'all. The independent scene is wide open right now. Wide open. Why I some of y'all are not hotter than fish grease right now. Y'all pissing me off. Every last one of y'all.
Because it can be better. We gotta do better.
No, because I want somebody that's like popping, pop. I want a couple of people that's popping, popping. Why aren't y'all popping, popping?
Yo, let's think back at the time. What was the golden era of the indies for you? Like
The golden era.
what era or what year?
What year did
What year?
AEW start?
It's 2019.
AEW was it 2019?
2019.
Yeah, wait. It probably was. Yup, 2019. So,
I mean,
both.
2019 was a good year. Let me explain
No,
something to
no.
you.
So, listen, 2017 to 20.
19.
No, when did COVID happen?
2020.
Yeah, 2017 to 2019. Up until COVID, the Indies was fire. Like
Fuego.
when if you weren't a wrestling fan or you weren't an independent wrestling fan at that time, you missed out. This 2017 to 2019 was the equivalent of 2015 to 2017 in New York City.
I mean, we back this summer, so
It was a time to be alive as a wrestling fan. The main reason why was because TNA was low key in the dumps.
why Dixie do that shit to him?
Was
I
low key
better,
in the dumps.
I better never catch her on
Hold
these
on.
streets the way she treated her.
WWE was suspect at best. Let me see. 20. It was 20. Let's do 2017. Worst year. I'm about to look this up.
No, wait, what? Where was WrestleMania that year? Did I go?
Yup. It's considered one of the weakest years in modern WWE history.
Where was WrestleMania that year? Because I only go by locations. I don't go by years, so I forget.
It was
Was that
WrestleMania
Dallas the first
33.
time?
It was WrestleMania 33. Where was that?
Was that Dallas? No, Dallas was that Dallas the first time? Where was WrestleMania that year? I could tell you a lot about that WrestleMania that year.
Let me look it up.
Cause yeah, if that was Dallas, then I could understand why that was a
It's
rough
WrestleMania
year.
33 in Orlando, Florida.
No, that was my favorite.
It's a WrestleMania that was your favorite, but the
No,
year wasn't good.
well, I'm trying to think. Well, that was when Taker retired, and that was trash. Roman still had contacts, so that was
Yeah,
trash.
that shit was like, I'm telling you,
Um,
2017 to 2019 was one of the worst years of WWE. So the
Naomi won
Indies
the
was
belt. That
fire.
was the first.
The Indies was fire during that time. It's crazy because when WWE is bad, everything else is good.
But
Everything else is
I
good.
just think right now we just unfortunately we just living in a different time where like
Adapt. I'm tired of the excuses, bro.
niggas is
Like,
tapped out. Niggas is tapped out.
no, but I'm tired of the excuses. The independent scene is so wide open right now.
Like I want to see the passion. I think that's what's missing in independent wrestling. And it's not like it's not a shade. It's not a shot to nobody in particular or anything. I'm just saying, for me as a fan, I miss that passion. I miss the storytelling. I miss
It
everybody just
is
looking
it
out for
is
each other low key. Like I just feel like a lot. Like 29. As I said, 2019 was a good year.
the competition in the game. People aren't competing against each other anymore.
Because all niggas want to do is get paid.
But the thing is, you'll make more money if you got the compassion for the game.
But see, not everybody think like that. Not everybody, the businessman or woman in the situation. And that was actually the dopest thing in that fucking episode when John Cena said, "Yo," they were like, "Yeah, you could do WrestleMania," and he was like, "Nah, like why would like WrestleMania sells itself? Why would I not just do a random ass Saturday in Q4, which is our lowest quarter, to raise?" I said, this nigga is an angel. Who thinks like that? That is an official. Like I was like,
Like
that
the
nigga thought that
only
out
so I just googled top five indie wrestlers just randomly.
right
They
now.
have
Right now.
yes they have Atticus Cogar. This is AI. This is AI.
So the
Charles
AI.
Mason. Hold
Oh,
on.
okay. I know
Charles
who that is.
Mason. Donovan Dijak. Um,
He don't count. He on
K
MLW.
K Rule and Rachel Armstrong. And I'm gonna throw Only King in there. I'm gonna throw in
Shout out to Oni.
what's his name from Fourth Row? What's his name again? Big. It looks like Sid Vicious a little bit. What's his name?
I'm screaming.
Zilla, but I can't really count Zilla.
Can't cancel it, unfortunately. No.
Yeah, we can't really count Zilla.
I love. First of all, shout out to Charles Mason. Somebody need to clip this for him. That AI has said he's one of the top 5 independent wrestlers right now. AI said that about you. Somebody let him know.
But the thing is, Bishop. Bishop is up there. He has a WWE tryout.
I don't. Oh, I know
Um,
who that is.
you know who Bishop is, bro?
You said it like I knew him. I didn't know him,
He looks
Harpo.
like Sid Vicious. He's on Fourth Rope.
Yeah, no. Wait, put a picture up. Oh, you can't.
I can put a picture up.
Yeah, I just want to know. Wait, is it a white dude or a black dude?
It's a white dude.
Oh, so I respectfully definitely would know what that is.
It's a white dude. It's Joshua Bishop.
Is he cute?
I don't know. He's not a bad looking guy.
See, you do know. Is he young?
That I don't know. I don't know his age because white people age differently from black people.
Screaming, screaming.
Yeah, so I don't know what's situation is.
But yeah, I think everybody just got to get that passion and consistency back on the indies. Because we all know of the great indie purge of 2020, so it's fine.
We need to we need to go back. Hold on. Do you see me?
I see you, yeah.
Hold on. Let me pull up this nigga's face. I'm gonna show y'all who don't know who y'all know who Joshua Bishop is. Share screen.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know. Shout out to Fourth Rope though. Always support our Oni. I appreciate y'all for taking care of our guy. I will say that.
You see it?
Yeah, okay, make it bigger.
No, not there.
Pause.
Oh, pause. This is him.
Oh,
You see
hello.
him?
About
Joshua Bishop.
about 240.
So yeah, that's the guy.
Okay, hello.
That's
You got a
so
fan. Hey Bishop. That's first of all, that's crazy that that's his name, but I digress.
like I'm saying, we the indies need to get hot, but also WWE and AEW be pillaging these guys. As
That's
soon
what I'm
as they
saying.
get as soon as dudes get a little bit of a little hot, WWE and AEW just scoop them right
Snatchies.
up. But
Snatchies.
I need like 20 dudes, 20 men and women to say no when they get hot.
Listen,
But it's
they
hard to do that because they
yo,
be throwing some money at them.
the check is there. The check is there. So I don't know if they can do that.
Yeah, and because they tired of getting paid, and there was a time that people were making more money on the Indies than they were making in their
That's
first
what
contract with the WWE.
not to say he probably made more, but Matt Cardona definitely said like, yo, I was banking on the indies before I got re-signed. And I believe that though. I absolutely believe that. So
It's just that you gotta hustle less. With WWE, you just gotta hustle less.
well, yeah, because they position certain things, and I feel like that was actually who was it that got it in it? I think it was Ricky that was that was in an interview recently and had said that he was just like, you know, it's wrestling, it's the same, and that mentality of like I have a job to do. But he did mention like how more organized and how things are a little bit more laid out on the WWE side of things. Like he knows when where he needs to be somewhere and they make sure he gets there versus on the other side, niggas had to fend for themselves. Like how Phil was on the fucking tube heading to
Well, that's organization, man. The
listen,
indie
hire me to do that. Like, listen,
wrestling is the circus.
Tony, if you trying to squash this beef, like, listen, your girl can keep you organized, okay?
Wrestling is the circus, bro. Like, it's the circus.
Do,
That's
do.
what it is.
Every time I hear circus, I just think of Doink the Clown, and I just play it in my head.
Like
It's so outrageous.
that's literally what it is on that one.
All
It's
right,
the fucking.
so we will wrap things up before we do say farewell. Um, Myself and Sarah Wilkins will be actually in Minnesota for SummerSlam weekend. So if you see us, say hey, say what's up. Don't be afraid. Probably gonna end up at that WrestleLit party. So shout out to them. Um, what interesting also, WWE announced this week at Fanatics Fest that they will be doing their own watch party at the theater of Madison Square Garden WrestleMania weekend here in New York, along with doing NXT Stand and Deliver and AAA. Excited.
Which would be
Um,
dope.
which will be really. I'm more excited about the shows. Like, if you've been to the NXT show, like I am, I would be pleasantly surprised at how they set that up for a watch party. Like, I don't even think personally that's not a venue I would have done a watch party at. Maybe Radio City. Maybe if you could, like, I know honestly, niggas could have really sold out Barclays for a viewing party, no bullshit, and it would have
Yeah,
worked.
yeah, yeah.
So,
hundred
but
percent.
the way the theater, and I get it, is because you'll have people because WrestleMania will be during the daytime because it's in Saudi, and then you'll have the shows at night. But I just don't think setup wise, like that's a viewing party isk
No, it's actually
spot.
good. It's actually good.
I don't.
Is it in Madison Square?
It's in the theater at Madison Square Garden.
Well, they've done.
They've
Other
done
things
and
did.
they did NXT there. I've gone before for NXT, but the way they have it set up, like unless you on the floor, like what, like they got small TV screens like on each side.
They should have done it in actual Madison Square.
They actually should have did it in an actual arena because it definitely was like everybody. I think the whole city and like people are trying to come to New York for this watch party here for WrestleMania, and I'm just like, I would not recommend doing that. But to each his own. But
I wonder if they're gonna black out everywhere around them.
oh shit, oh shit. You know what? So, well, we won't be blacked out next weekend. Is your brother gonna be able to do Legends or what we got going on?
Legends is still happening where are
RSVP,
definitely.
yes, yes. People are definitely RSVPing, so please make sure to RSVP. Come out and support the team. But once again, me, myself, and Sir Wilkes will be in Minnesota. Um, what's the one thing, if you are excited, what's the one thing you're excited about for SummerSlam weekend coming up?
I actually am looking forward to this Roman and Seth match. I'm a huge
Okay.
Shield fan. Like I've said, they're the best faction of all time, and I'm excited about this match because it's gonna be good, and they're gonna use like different things from their past in this one. Like Seth is really good at that. Roman, they've done a good job with that. So I'm excited about what they do with this.
Okay. I think for me, outside of course my best friend Nick Aldis putting on his boots. I'm excited about that. But I feel like the match of the weekend that's gonna steal the whole weekend is gonna be Penta versus Chad Gable in his hometown of Minneapolis, Minnesota for the Intercontinental title. And Chad finally gets the belt. He finally gets redemption. He gets the respect of the luchadors. Like they did their shit in AAA. Like I'm not kidding. Like I love what they're doing in AAA. I'm super excited to actually go see it live and in color in 2 months. So we're excited about that. But no, SummerSlam's gonna be a good time. You know, say what you want. People will say like, "Oh, it's gonna be whack. It's gonna be this." Like we're gonna have a good time. So I'm excited to be in Minnesota. Never been excited. So we're gonna have a good time. But did you get your flight? I need to ask you that.
No, I do it today or
Okay.
tomorrow.
Okay. Well, I for right now will be in Minnesota. So but like we said, we will resume. This is like a episode 1A of the Java Tears podcast for the month. But we're gonna record next week with Mr. Black so we can be the trio as you guys have missed. So thank you guys for all the kind words, the welcome backs, the I miss yous, like it means like the world to us. And it means a lot to us that, you know, our voices and our platform means something to others. So thank you guys for continuing supporting us throughout this crazy ride for fucking wrestling. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. So yeah, we'll record next week. We'll do our SummerSlam predictions.
They
Um,
gave Nikita Blackheart the torture rack as a finisher. I love it.
yes, yeah, they did. I was just like,
Big
I,
mama here.
now you gonna watch NXT?
No, I met her in person. She's actually really good
She's
and really
sweet.
nice,
She's a
and
really nice. She's really nice in person.
like really nice in person and really good at her match. Like there's certain men and women who just belong in the E. She's one of those.
Yeah, but I want her to be careful with that torture rack because that's exactly what happened with Nikki, and I just want her to be safe and I want her to be well. So, but her debut match on NXT this week was dope.
She's
Not NXT,
talented. The girl's talented and worked hard. So like, and
and
shout out to
she has this presence about her that is not like yeah we have of course my Cuban sister Lola, we have Lola, but like to have her like and be dominant and be
and Dominican,
physical
adding a little spice to the thing. Yeah,
and
I see you, mom.
Dominican. It
I
is
see you, mommy. Same island, Hispaniola.
Shawn Michaels is definitely using Sesson. We know that. Like he's using collard greens and neck bones. We know that. Like we understand that Shawn Michaels understands seasoning. Like that we can never deny. So
Yeah, listen, he understands culture breeds greatness.
like that's a fact. But thank you guys for joining us on this evening's Job and Tip podcast episode. We appreciate you guys once again. Thank you guys for all the welcome backs, the support over the years. It does not go unnoticed. It is definitely felt with loving and open arms. So thank you guys so much. But as always, I'm Janelle from HR here with Sir Wilkins. Mr. Black gives his love, of course. Hashtag Black Excellence. Hashtag we are out.